everyone, it's me Lina again. Welcome to my YouTube channel and thank you a lot for checking my videos out. And today in this video I'll be showing you my lighter everyday makeup. So I actually won't be applying certain makeup products that I normally do, like no eyeshadows, no mascara. So yeah, I actually don't have any mascara, don't have any eyeshadows. What else did I skip today? I skipped lip liner. So I still am using BB cream, and let's be honest, you can see that I used eyeliner. I wasn't planning to make such a long wings, but I did. Anyways, if you're curious, let's start. And also I'll be telling you quite a few facts about myself. Before we start, I have a little surprise for you, and it is something you can win. It is beautiful perfume by Dossier. It is absolutely beautiful fragrance called Amber Saffron, and it is impression on Baccarat Rouge. It also looks very aesthetic, and this bottle looks so nice, and it would look great, I'm sure, on your little makeup table. It's magnetic, yes. So I just wanted to show you that it's absolutely gorgeous. There are beautiful notes in this perfume. Top notes are saffron, orange blossom. Middle notes jasmine, plum and cedarwood. So jasmine, orange blossom are like notes that I really like in my perfume personally. And base notes are oak moss, fir balsam and amber. I'd like to hear about perfumes that was kind of life-changing to you, or maybe the way it made certain impression on someone, or the way it made you feel more confident, the way you felt more alive when you applied that certain perfume. Because for me, fragrances definitely have this ability to elevate your mood, to make your appearance maybe more attractive. This is how I feel about it. This is why I like having quite a few different perfumes. So I have actually prepared my skin already, but I haven't applied my sunscreen, so I'm gonna do it now. I really like this sunscreen. I received a message, a reminder about my this event I'm going to. But anyways, let's start with the first fact about me for today, and it is the fact that as a child I actually went to model school for a while. Actually, for a while probably is not a good right to say. Well, for some time. It was in between some of my dancing classes, because at some point I got tired of dancing, and my parents didn't mind me go to this model school. So they told me that because I'm short I would never actually walk on the catwalk because I'm way too short. But it was also they would teach you to pose in certain way and stuff, and I'm not gonna say that I remember all this, but it was interesting, and I don't know, kind of boosts your confidence even as a child. I'm gonna let it get absorbed. But it actually reminded me about one story. I don't know if I should share it. I remember in kindergarten, one of them, there were courses for dancing, or dancing classes, and I went there, and the teacher was fine and everything. But I remember once, she was sick maybe or something, and there was her partner, her husband, I believe, and he was so not nice with kids. Obviously doesn't know how to be with kids, and I remember everyone complained. So yeah, I think she kind of got in trouble. Just remember something like that. And I'm gonna have a break for coffee for now, while my sunscreen is getting absorbed. Now my eyelashes are so curled, too much in fact, and I don't know, I feel like in the future I just won't be curling my eyelashes anymore. I just remembered just then that I forgot to wear lenses, so after I'll apply these, I think I'm gonna try to insert my lenses. I'm gonna make a little break. But as it comes to the facts, second fact is that I studied abroad, and abroad means Poland, but still it was quite an experience. And now when I think of it, I was actually quite young, and now I feel like, how did my parents even allow that? To me now, even 20-year-old person is just so young. I don't think that personality is quite formed yet at that period of, I don't want to sound like ageist, but yeah, 20 years old seems like so young to me now. So in Poland I studied marketing and management in hospitality industry and tourism, I believe, or was it just hospitality? I mean I have my diploma somewhere, so I got my master's there, but my bachelor degree I got in Ukraine. I managed to like kind of transfer in some way, because I got first degree in Ukraine. Actually, there is something curious I didn't plan to tell you, but I think I will. So there is little also thing I'm gonna share with you, and it is the fact that in Ukraine one of my professors in uni was my grandpa. In fact, he was one of like the main leading professors. I'm not sure how to explain it, but he was like one of the guys on the hospitality industry part of thing. His specialty, main subject is actually chemistry, but he was teaching other subjects there. And previously he worked in medical university. Actually, I just want to tell you something I'm doing here. So I'm gonna use this instead of eyeshadow. In fact, I need my thing here. I'm gonna create this kind of shade, and then I'm gonna just use sponge. So I'm not gonna be using eyeshadows today. I'm gonna try to use this contouring stick as I've seen people doing it, and I actually tried it a few times already, not many but few, and it can be really useful scene, a really nice trick when you don't want to spend too much time on eyeshadows, creating some super extra look. So about my grandpa, when I just started studying, it was like first day or something, one of the girls was like, why this one of the professors, because he wasn't just professor, he wasn't teaching us yet, but he was like I don't know how to explain, the main in that particular little field. And she was like, why do you share the same surname? And I didn't want to tell anyone. I was like, I don't remember what I even said, to be fair. I didn't want it to be like known or anything. Besides, to be fair, I remember when I was passing the tests, I had tutors and stuff, but I don't know, for some reason I was so careless that I didn't pass them very well. But some other subjects like languages and some other ones, I thought I was really good, but then I was never really good in like mathematics and so on. Kind of interesting when they were discussing all that and you just sit there and you know they're talking about your grandpa, but obviously later on everyone knew, so it wasn't a secret at all. But it's not what I wanted at all. So yeah, his main subject is chemistry, and I'll be honest, we never were super close with him, but when I was still in school, I had very bad grades in certain subjects. Once I even just decided not to go to like physical training, for example. I had very bad troubles. I became a bit of a trouble. I didn't want, also I didn't care about chemistry, mathematics, even though I had tutors for mathematics all the time. It's not because I am not like good, it's because there was kind of like a wave of trend for people to hire extra like tutors for their children, especially before those tests you need to pass to get in uni. So yeah, but yeah, I had few tutors for a mess. Some of them were good, but there was always something. One lived God knows where, and always there was a trouble. And so my grandpa was tutoring me in chemistry for a little bit. It got a little better, my chemistry, but because my math wasn't that great, you need to still count in chemistry as well. So I don't think I ever got like really good, but I started to understand a few things though, and yeah, formulas and stuff. But yeah, I can't say that I'm very good in it or anything like that. But I have to say that my grandpa is like very, very chill. He was, because he died. He died a few years ago. I cannot remember. It feels like 5 years. I have to ask my brother. Sorry, because of this war, coronavirus and everything, is difficult to remember. But actually, it had very bad influence on me in the way of like my anxiety probably started, you know, it started forming then. Yeah. Also, actually, something funny. Sometimes he wouldn't recognize me when I was sitting in the like a class, like a big, you know. He wouldn't recognize me. I would have to actually say hello, you know. So, yeah. And to be fair, he was already old, because my dad, he has older sister, so yeah. You understand what I'm trying to say? So obviously, my grandpa wasn't like that young. And he always would look very like good, like he would always try to look good despite of the age and so on. And also he would never swear. My dad said he never ever heard him swear, and I was like, I should teach myself to do it. I should restrain myself. At some point I was like, I should be like that. But you know, it's a personality. You can't really push it. If you're not that type of person, you can't really do it. This is my opinion, because he wasn't trying not to say something, but he was that type of person. He just wouldn't swear. He wouldn't have a need. If he wanted to say something, maybe he would say it in certain way, but he would never use you know, swear words. Anyways, next fact, because I'm concentrating right now too much on this topic. If you want to know something, let me know. I might do this type of video again, and I'll just tell you more about my family, for example. But next fact is that my zodiac sign is Cancer, but my rising sign is Libra. Well, this one, you know. I sometimes forget the words in English, I'll be honest. So yeah, I'm a bit of a crybaby actually. Some people might not see it, because I don't know, at some point I just I decided to teach myself to be tough, but I cry a lot. All the time I feel sorry for myself, which is not good, and obviously it's a bit of egocentric actually in some way. I think it's good to let it, you know, out. I feel like so the fact that my rising sign is Libra also influences the way people pursue me, because everyone think about me in certain way, and I sometimes feel like it's not exactly what I am. Okay, fact number 4. I was actually really shy as a child, as a small child it is. And I would, you know, always feel like adults, they know better and so on. I forgot to put my lenses in. I'm gonna do it. It might mess it, but I'm gonna do it once I finish this, what to do. So I was shy kid. Obviously, when I would be with my friends that I know for a while, I wouldn't be as shy and stuff. I mean, it's like natural. I think most people are like that, let's put it this way. But yeah, I was quite quiet. Do you guys think that our horoscope influences the way we are? I think I made my eyeliner and those wings way too big, but I don't know if I should keep it, because I was planning to make my makeup less, you know, like, I don't know though. I might keep it, I don't know, it's always a bit not what I planned. So next fact about me will be that I used to learn Turkish, but it is because I needed to speak it when I had my work experience in Turkey. Though quite honestly, just I think they didn't give us enough time to properly learn it. But I guess if you really want it, you could. So next fact, that, you know, my parents always let me have pets, and even as a kid I remember I always had some pets. I think when my parents were like a couple, I'm not sure, I think it might have been my mom's dog, really, I'm not sure even now, to be fair. But I think when I was born we already had this basically dog. Then my mom would let me have cat. Eventually it like we had it for a few years, but I think because we lived in the house like you know, with the garden and everything, not in a flat, I think it just was going through the gardens of neighbors as well, and I don't know whether someone stole it or something. Yeah, I always had a dog or a cat. I also received a turtle as a gift from my dad, and yeah, I had it for a while, but then someone stole it. So next fact is actually that as a kid I really liked those cartoons, for me the cartoons shows. Hey Arnold, then there was Rugrats. I also like this show, Are You Afraid of Darkness? I thought it was really cool, but now I rewatched one episode, and the way one of the characters says, oh, you know, why doesn't it still called like Soviet Union instead of Ukraine and this? Basically, I really didn't like. I was like, excuse me, are you joking? Like, I don't know, maybe it doesn't have to be necessarily this political as I, you know, think about it now, but I was like, are you joking? And it is one of my favorite episodes. It is when this girl was offered to trade her ring for some goodies because she wanted like to be more popular, she liked this boy and stuff, and this lady offered her like to trade something she doesn't need, you know. So next fact about me is that I absolutely love peony flowers. They smell nice, they look nice. So you know how some flowers, they don't really have any smell, and there are actually flowers that I really liked. When my friend got them for me for my birthday, it was from her garden. They were so beautiful, but they don't have any smell whatsoever. I actually filmed recently a vlog, and some people on the way to the park where I go to, they have those flowers. They're so beautiful, so aesthetic, but they don't have any smell whatsoever. And also another thing, I think that peonies are summer flowers. I think so, in Ukraine they are. So I don't know, like for example, if you were to get anyone peonies, just, you know, like probably you can't have probably some of those nowadays they grow them in different way. Another fact about me is that I really like thriller movies, actually detective movies rather than thrillers. I also like thrillers, but since my anxiety got real bad a few years ago, I stopped watching stuff like that, and even some real crime shows, because it doesn't, you know, work for me. I also love comedies, but I absolutely love comedies. I'm not a big fan of romantic movies, but it doesn't mean that I'm not a romantic person. I just don't really like romantic movies. It also kind of makes me feel sometimes sad in some way. So I do like romantic things, but I don't necessarily like super romantic movies. Maybe books too. I like by Victor Hugo, Notre Dame de Paris. I mean, I guess it's romantic in some way, but in general I don't really like romantic, say, stories. I guess I like, but not movies or some real like big books. Maybe I just don't need those extra emotions in my life. In fact, I also think that my parents are quite spiritual people, if it makes sense, and it's not that I'm very shallow. I don't think so. I feel like I'm not shallow at all, actually. I just feel like I like more earthy things. Actually, this is a word that someone told me kind of recently, because I couldn't explain myself in English. So I like things that are, you know, like cozy stuff, you know. I don't know, I feel like you can still have something that is deep and meaningful, even if it's not something super, you know, like superstitious and so on. Does it make sense? I'm not sure if it does, because some people probably feel so much opposite. So also as a child, I wanted to have black hair. I had actually light brown hair. Yeah, not quite like I have right now, obviously, because this is dark, really dark brown, actually, in my opinion. Yeah, my father has black hair, and it's not even because of him. I just saw that black hair looked so good on ladies. I really liked it. My mom would color her hair black all the time, but her natural hair color is actually brown, It's not like mine at all. In fact, maybe the color is similar, but her shade is like so different. It's grayish, it's cold brown. Sometimes mine looks literally red in the sun, and my mom's hair is not like that at all, but it is I guess as dark probably. I'm not sure, because most of her life she would color her hair, she would color it black, and then at some point she started coloring it blonde or lighter. Also, I didn't plan to share this one, at least here, because I feel like it's gonna be enough for this video. Facts. As a child, I wanted to become an actor, and I actually probably wanted it most of my life. I feel like this is something where I could definitely use some of the faces I can pull. Though, yeah, I don't know if I can pretend very well, I guess not. This is something my teacher once told me. You can always tell what she's thinking, me, because like everything is just on my face. I'm like pulling faces, and sometimes I try hard not to make like really bad one, but I don't know, it's like, quite honestly, I feel like sometimes I kind of want people to know. Some people say it's better sometimes to be even fake and pretend rather than make drama. My dad says something like, he used to say that it's better bad peace than you know, good war, something like that, he would say. I don't know, I'm not completely agreeing with him, by the way, but there is something in it, I guess. Definitely not in current situation in actual politics and what is happening between Ukraine and Russia, the war. I wouldn't agree on something like that, I guess, because, you know, Russia wants way too much, and we can't let people, you know, just some people that are in occupied areas, they want to go back to Ukraine, they want to be Ukrainians, and I feel like it's betraying them and betraying their face. My dad was talking about just in general, as I mean, communication with people, that it's better sometimes to, you know, not to be too sometimes I believe this actually, but I still can't help sometimes myself. I just need to let people know what I actually think. Actually, I figured let's do today without lip liner as well, because I was really going for lighter makeup, so let's at least try to stick to it. I'm just gonna use this Black Honey by Clinique. So as I said, I'll try not to use any mascara, and I'll just use serum for my eyelashes, because, you know, lately this very strange curling of my eyelashes, the one I did myself, cost me so much trouble, and the way my makeup wasn't satisfactory. It didn't look very flattering. Though I feel like without mascara, I don't know, I look quite different, but I don't mind it. It just, yeah, I could still apply my mascara, but I want to wait until my eyelashes are not as curled, at least. So basically this is a lighter version of my typical makeup, though I feel like for this I should have made my eyeliner more subtle. So let me know if you like videos like this one. Don't forget to subscribe to my YouTube channel. Don't forget to like this video. Don't forget to tell me about perfumes that made a change in your life. And I'll see you soon. Love you. Bye.